Hi there, this is Jennifer with Rome Fields, and today I am going to be working on the ribbed cable stitch. And it's not actually a true cable stitch. I think I would call it a faux cable. So you have purl for a ribbing, and then you have these faux cables. So it looks like a cable, but it's really not a cable. And this pattern is only 4 rows long, so it's actually pretty easy. However, it was a little confusing to read the pattern, but once I figured it out, I didn't do too bad. So row 1 is going to be purl 4, and I'm just going to go step by step because it kind of gets a little confusing right off the bat. So the row 1 is actually your front row. So I did add a couple extra rows to the bottom here, so you could, so that it didn't butt up to the bottom. So I'm going to purl my first 4 stitches. All right, and this one is just a little confusing because we're going to do a double increase. So we're going to knit into the front of the stitch, and then we're going to knit, so we make sure you can see this well. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go inside of that stitch to knit into the back of it. And I'm not going to slip it off yet. And then I'm going to go back and knit into the front of it. And I'm going to keep my yarn in the back the whole time. So I created 2 stitches on that one stitch. So we'll do that again. So we're going to purl 4. So that's the ribbing in between the faux cables. And then we're going to knit into the front and into the back. And don't slip it off. And then bring it to knit in the front again. And when I do that my second stitch is a little loose, but when I go to do my last loop, I kind of pull the thread or yarn a little tight so that middle loop isn't too loose. At least that's my problem anyways. So then we're going to end with purl 4. So we increased, I started with 14 stitches and we increased 2 stitches on each one. So now there are 18 stitches on there. And this is actually the back of the work. So row 2 is going to be the back. All right, so row 2 is much easier. Row 2 is knit 4 and then purl 3, knit 4. Oops, we're going to knit 4. And purl 3. And once you get the first couple of sets done, it's really easy to follow this pattern. Especially, I mean, it's only 4 rows long, so some of them, like I think yesterday was what, 12 rows? That's quite a bit to remember. But after a while, if you're doing a blanket or something, it will, you'll get it. Be seared into your memory. All right. So row 3, we're back to the front, and we're going to purl 4 and then knit 3 together. So we're going to purl 4, and then we're going to knit these 3. So we had created 2 extra stitches in this row, but now we're going to knit them all together, which really isn't all that easy. Oh, I have an extra. Sorry. Guys, I need to be in the middle here. So we're going to purl 4. Knit 3 together. And purl 4. So if you're wanting to get the look of a cable but don't really want to do a cable, you can do this stitch All right, so that's it. That was row, no, yes. That was row 3. We have one more row. So, but this is the front, so I wanted to show you real quick. So that's what it looks like. We increased it there, and then we decreased it. So we'll do row 4, which is knit 4, and then purl 1, and knit 4. Purl 1 and knit 4. And purl 1 and knit 4. That way you have the edge on either side of the cable. So now I'll take a look at that cable. So it's coming along quite nicely, actually. I like it better now that it has 3 quote-unquote faux cables on there. And then you could add a border to it so it doesn't roll. But, you know, that's kind of neat. I kind of like that. It's different than doing a cable. So, let's see. Let's see. Still plenty stretchy. So it doesn't really have the tautness that a cable has. So that's kind of nice. And it probably doesn't, I don't know, probably still eats up quite a bit of yarn doing those extra stitches. So that is day 3. Today's day 3 on the 100 days of knit stitches. And so this is called the ribbed cable. However, I think I might call it a faux cable because you're not really cabling at all, just increasing and decreasing stitches. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow, and thank you so much for watching.